Hello, my name is Chase Collins. I'd like to take just a few minutes of your time today to talk to you about a very important and controversial topic that would be that police officers should be required to wear body cameras at all times. Requiring police officers to wear body cameras and run them will poison the trust that society has in its police officers, as well as cause countless other unfavorable effects. It is very important that society knows the impacts that would happen and that would take place by requiring these police officers to wear body cameras. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as them just wearing cameras and then all the interactions that they have would go to be perfect and predictable, and that all the trust would come back, because unfortunately that is not what would happen. Body cameras on police officers would actually have a very negative impact, and most importantly in the impact of trust that society has with its police officers. As you know, the trust between police officers and the society unfortunately has been decreasing. There have been individuals that have been negatively ranting, you could say, about these police officers, and the reason that this is happening is because of leaked footage. Whether it's individuals taking videos on their cell phone or a camera, that they see something, and that video that they take, it can't capture the whole interaction. It can't capture what's going on. The video, even if it's on a police officer right here on their head, wherever it may be, that video might not be able to show you that the civilian has a handgun behind him that the officer can see but the camera can't. And as a millennial, I understand these impacts. Just being on Facebook and seeing all of these people that are posting and sharing all these videos and saying that cops are evil and cops should be prosecuted for their actions. It's absolutely ridiculous because we weren't there. We don't know the full situation. We don't know what was happening. We don't know if that cop was in danger or if there was another civilian that was in danger and the cop was taking actions for him to protect that other individual. All we know is that we saw a video that didn't capture the culture or all factors that were put into play there. The cost of body cameras is a whole nother factor as well. The startup costs just to purchase all of the cameras would be extremely high. Obviously, cops, it's a position that runs 24/7. No, cops don't work 24/7, but there are always cops working. So once you pay, we're talking billions of dollars to buy all these cameras, just the initial startup cost, no maintenance, anything else. Then you have to think about how are you going to store all those videos? And how long are you going to store all those videos? The cost of storage is extremely expensive. It's not as easy as just throwing it on a thumb drive. It would cost an absurd amount of money to store these videos for whatever the desired time would be. And I personally have a hard time storing just the photos and videos that I take on my phone. I couldn't imagine having to store footage from every cop across the nation. Another important factor I wanted to touch on is the breach of privacy that these cameras impose. Not only is there a huge breach of privacy on police officers, but there's also a breach of privacy from everyone involved. With the police officers, unfortunately it's not feasible to require someone to run the camera 24/7. You would record that officer eating dinner or going to the bathroom or doing paperwork in his car. It just doesn't make sense. And then you have to weigh in the factors of when should that police officer turn on the camera, and what happens if they forget to turn on the camera and then an interaction doesn't go as planned. Is that officer now held more liable because it doesn't look good on his behalf because he simply forgot an honest mistake to turn on the camera? That's something that we have to think about as well. And civilians that are involved with interactions, I know that if something happened that I witnessed, let's say that someone was shot and I happened to see it, I was there at the time, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want there to be proof that I was there. I don't want to be a witness that's on camera, because whoever shot that individual, if they see me, if they can see my face and see that I saw everything, and I'm testifying against that person, that puts me in danger, and that puts, it's a huge breach on my privacy as well, and that's something that I would prefer to not happen. So, people do argue that these cameras should be required and that it's going to fix all the issues, but you have to look at the whole picture, and you have to look, specifically speaking, the effects that it's going to have with officers, because only the negative interactions are going to get released, and the good interactions aren't going to, and we're going to eventually see more and more ranting and negative posts about officers and negative videos. And you have to look at the cost of the cameras as well. Where do you think that money is going to come from? Because the officers aren't going to pay for them out of their pocket. The taxpayer is going to have to pay for them, and we're talking a lot of money to get that going. And then you have to weigh in the privacy. You have to think for the officer as well as for yourself and for your friends and family as well, because it will have an effect on everybody. So weigh in these factors, think about it, and remember that requiring police officers to wear and run body cameras will poison the trust that society has in its police officers, as well as countless other unfavorable actions that I just spoke of. Thank you.